eBay, I did Shopify, I had brick and mortar businesses. Follow me right now, as my main objective every day is to try to make money from the stock market. I'm on the road to 3 million. This episode, I'm not sure what it is, but this is just an intro. And right now you can see me break down videos on here on my YouTube. Look at the books, check everything out, and be in touch. Message me through here, Twitter. Get up with me. It's going to be a phone number, an email, and we can talk about any subject, stocks, crypto, what we need to in business. Let's go. Yeah, right now, so I'm breaking down Rmti, swing trade I had took over in the summer. Now, I had took it in my Charles Schwab account, you know what I mean? So I can't pull up my entries and exits right there on my Webull, right? But as you see on the screenshot right here, I literally put an arrow right where I was buying it, and nice swing trade. I even made a video. I was in the park and I showed, where I was taking profit one morning, right? After holding it through the weekend. I believe it was right there when it was passing through ones or whatever near two. I think like 170 or 140 might have been my best exit. Great swing trade, I made nice money. Now, as you see, not only has this stock dropped drastically since the summer, right? But a lot of stocks have, and that's why I haven't, had the pedal to the metal. But right here, you'll see like I put another swing trade video where I took this same stock, right? And I tried to get back in. I did take a little bit of profit. I ended up holding it and it dropped even more. And normally, like, especially with a stock like this, I wouldn't really expect it to go back up into those highs, especially this stock had a bigger float. I really just kind of got impatient, right? And that's why I put it right there. And also, I was trading with small size, but that doesn't really matter because if you don't see the play is good, there's no point in really taking it, right? Now, I had put a video prior about this stock, but I wanted to keep continuing because I haven't been able to edit, right? But tmde, so that's the next stock that I had took the screenshot of the profit. So basically what I did was I had woke up, same type of style trade, literally same entries, exits. Now I'm going to show, why I was buying it and where I was buying it in the Patreon and Discord, the full trade. But as you'll see, I mean, crazy swing trade, you know what I mean? Crazy profit. And I woke up late. I wasn't planning on trading it. I was trading it small, right? And I ended up just taking massive profits. That's when I started taking these screenshots right here. And I just got out basically of everything. Held a little bit into the market open just because, but I was up massively, right? So I took profit. But that's kind of what's telling me now the market could be heating up. And that's why I'm looking to go for more, right? And you'll see this as I keep going. I'm going to try to move this audio. Like I said, I'm editing it. But you'll see right here. Look at that. Look how high. Let's see where I was at. I mean, at the peak of that, what was that, like 4 a.m. or 5 a.m.? I mean, I was up close to 500%, right? Crazy. I wish I'd have been up, but I wasn't, you know what I mean? I wasn't planning on it to go that high. I wasn't planning on it to really move. And I was in with such a small position. I didn't really care, right? The market, again, hasn't been that hot, so I haven't been pressing it. But this is kind of more of an indicator to press it, right? And that's so important because that's something that years ago I wouldn't know, right? I'm pressing it every day. You see the stock today, CIIT, that stock, I mean, I didn't trade today at all. I didn't take one trade. That stock literally went from like $1 to 20 something in a matter of a minute or two, right? Yeah, I've been trying to make it for the past couple of days, just been so busy, even the past, I'll say, week and a half. I've just been so busy with other stuff that, even recording sometimes can be like another task, right? But at the end of the day, like with the market, first of all, with me, like I've taken this whole year, the past, 3 months, right? I took as many trades as I probably took in a week or two of last year, right? So point being that there's no good opportunities, right? There was a few in between that were good opportunities, right? But as far as just saying there's been a week or there's been X or there's been Y where we just had great opportunities, it's not true, right? Opposed to for beginner traders that might not know this market or who might have only who started in this market, there's times where we'll get 10 plays in a day, right? Or in the matter of 2 days, right? So one day there might be 4 stocks up over 100%. What we've been seeing now is
we're lucky if we get 1 over 100%, right? And if it just goes straight up and we don't have the opportunity to get back, right? Or we don't have the opportunity to quote unquote make it make sense, right? And make a good trade out of it. So that is kind of no opportunity as well, because just because something's up on the day or just because it's going up doesn't mean you have a great opportunity to buy it. You might just be chasing at this point, right? And on the inverse, same with shorting. If stuff just goes up and crashes, and then when it consolidates, you don't know if it's going to go up or down, that's kind of a dangerous short as well, right? That's not a short I would take, right? Opposed to when the momentum's there, it goes, it dies off, and then it crashes, or, you know, it dips and goes up, whatever you like to play, right? But my point being is like, all right, now obviously we got the conflict now, so it's, what's today? Let me just show you, I'm off this other phone. So it's 10:37, right? On Tuesday. Usually, yeah, I might have made a play and been ready to get off, but I definitely wouldn't be in the car ready to keep it moving and doing other stuff. Nah, not at 10:30 on Tuesday, right? At the most, I'd have been getting out of a position. I mean, at the least, I'd have been getting out of a position, right? But at the most, I might have still been trading a bit. But my point is like this, right? When it's not a good environment, I made many videos about this, right? About afternoon trading, about different things like that. That's dangerous, for lack of a better word. That's, you know what I mean, and not get into too much of that. That's dangerous. But when the market is terrible, when it's a quote unquote bear market and there's no momentum, oh man, you trade penny stocks. I would see why people lose millions or why people hate penny stocks. If you start trading at a time like this, or if you have to take trades even though it's a bad environment, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose 9 out of 10 times, even 8 out of 10, whatever it ends up being. You're never gonna make up for those losses, right? Because you constantly are trading at the worst time, right? So let me put it like this, right? When the stocks are going 300%, you're trading it the same way as when they're going up 30%. That's not gonna work. You don't have enough room there, right? I think they call it expected value, or there is a coin term for it, I believe. But for me, it started being like in 2022, right? We had HKD that went up to 2,500 a share. Craziest move, me personally, I've ever seen, I think. Yeah, it has to be, right? From the lows to 2,500 a share, right? It's stupid to even think about it, right? 100 shares, you'd have made a $250,000 that morning, right? And if you look it up, HKD, it still goes from time to time. We'll never probably see that move on it again, but that was wild. But anyway, I say that to say, I believe that was 2022. I could be mistaken. It's been, you know, a million plays since then. But my point with HKD is, around that time, there was a lot of plays that weren't working, right? So if you were playing everything, it's not working, then you finally hit HKD, you actually might not have even made your money back, right? Because it's not like a 1+2. It's not like, oh, these bad days I'll lose 1%, these good days I make 10%. I don't know. I'd have to see somebody's strategy behind that. But for me, I like to keep things a lot more even, right? Like, I like my ups to be as high as they can go, but I don't want my downs to be as low as they can go. I've been there before, right? I felt that shit. I felt that in my heart, bro. Losing thousands, and obviously it depends where your account's at, but if you have a 30K account, you can't afford to lose 17K. You got a 30K account, you can't really afford to lose 5K over and over and over, right? Not if you're not making 5K over and over. You catch what I'm saying? But I'll put it like this. In that same 30K account scenario, with the market like how it's been, you shouldn't be pushing it at all. With a 30K account, a 3K account, or a 300K account, it's still the same thing when it comes down to the opportunities, right? They're not there. Even, and I might title this half of the video or something, I'll try to figure out if I got time, swing trading. Because as y'all know that follow me, I do a lot of swing trading. I don't just day trade, right? I would say most of my capital, maybe the percentage of it, is in swing trades and long-term holds. Actually, it is by far if I think about retirement accounts and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, the point being, right, swing trading's been bad. All these plays have did a little bit, or they've taken days and haven't really moved up. I've taken little pieces, like haven't really got an explosive move. So boom, yesterday I wake up, was it tmde or tymd, something like that. Everybody who's trading pennies will know it right now. So it went from like, it was like in the ones on Friday. Then on Monday morning, it was up at, what was it? It reached like 470, right? So a damn near 5x, right? So 1,000 would have went to 5,000. Long story short, I took some, but I just held it over the weekend because not only was I frustrated, but like it wasn't moving, right? No stocks were really moving, right? I was up on a few, down on a few, nothing big, nothing, because again, I'm playing cautious anyway, right? So I'm not really pushing the pedal to the metal. So boom, I wake up and I'm up 300% in the play. I look at the stock. I wake up late, way past 4 a.m., way late, right? Because I know I'm not really trading. I got this swing trade, but it's not whatever, right? I'm up 300%. It's in the threes at this point. I just start selling off, right? Comes into the market open, does this little stupid stuff, drops, and just drops all day. It actually did recover a bit. I'm interested to look and see where it's at now. It did get back up to the threes. But my point is like, I didn't push it. I didn't add back to that swing. I just sold it, bro. I just sold it and just literally, I swear to you, I left and went about my day. I didn't even really think like, damn, I'm up 300%. It was great. It was lovely to see that. But I know that was just luck, and that's not the normal in this market, right? That's why I knew not to get back in that stock and keep pushing it. And furthermore, I didn't trade anything else yesterday. I just left, bro. I just left the crib because, like, yeah, I don't have much FOMO. At a time, I would have had more FOMO than anybody. I'll be the first to admit it. Now, I mean, at how I advance, I don't really think that way, but I mean, I get why you would. But I'll be back on y'all. This you could see birds coming by, boats, right? Turtles. I'm sure that it was a lot more going on underneath the water, right? But as you see right here, it's nothing. I don't see nothing. I don't see any fish, right? I heard a couple of things splashing, but I don't know if that's snow melting. I don't know if it's stuff coming from off the bridge or what, right? But bottom line, I mean, everybody could have ate in the summer, right? Theoretically, but at the same time, the market was hot in the summer too, right? But the market is not. It's not hot right now. It's not hot at all. And it'll attribute to this video that I put out about this swing trade I took. I had a few swing trades on, only a few of them end up going through. But bottom line, as you see, it's figuratively, but I'm not fishing in this, right? I barely took any trades this whole year so far. Whereas during the summer, I was trading 3 stocks a day, minimum, right? So just something to look at, something to see, enjoy the nature, but know what jungle and what pool you're eating from, right? So just to wrap it up, because my editing skills ain't there, right? But basically what I was trying to do was go back and show y'all a video of when the market was popping, right? So that analogy right there with the river and there not being any fish to eat, that's simply just what it was, right? That's what it's been. The market's been bad the whole year, these couple months, which is fine. That happened even last year as well. The market was dry, towards the end of the winter. Then it heated up in the summer, right? We saw something crazy today with CIIT. I'll try to put a screenshot there, but as you see, my editing game just ain't there tonight, right? But I hope y'all enjoy this swing trade because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm going to make a full-length video for the Patreon, but y'all see where I was buying it, in $1. And that thing just went crazy up into 4s. I think it hit 5 or maybe close to 5, and I was selling in the 3s. And what I basically did, I kept some shares just for the market to open because I was up so much, there's literally no way I could lose money, right? And that's how you turn being up a couple hundred to being up a couple thousand, right? And, 2 plays like this could be your salary, for the year.
if you're looking at it like that and you're swinging big on the right swing trades, right? And obviously, trading is risky. I'm not recommending anybody to buy this stock. I sold all of it. As you see, like, I'm holding a few shares. That's what I was holding anyway in the account. I've been sold those off, right? Once I start taking screenshots, I'm ready to be done. There's a meme about that too, like saying if you're taking screenshots, you should be probably taking profit, right? And that's so true. If you start to get hyped up, that means the other people selling and buying it are getting hyped up, right? So long story short, I just wanted to make a quick video and really show you the difference, right? That swing trade on RMTI was important because that was a boredom trade. That was I need to make money or I want to make money. But you see where that line of resistance was? I showed the video. You can go back to even my shorts. It's on there as well, where I was selling the stock off, right? But I ended up getting back in and trying to get more. It didn't work out. Took some off. I stopped out. It's down. Even it's under $1 now. It's at 90 cents. I'm looking at it on my other monitor, right? Whereas though tmde, that worked right away, right? That I bought it Friday, I believe. Let me look it up real quick one more time. tmde. What was that? The second. Let's double check. So I bought it on the 27th and I sold it on the 2nd. So yeah, over the weekend. Let's see. 27th. Bought it on Friday, sold it Monday morning. That's what happened. And again, I'm not perfect with every trade, especially when I'm trading so many stocks per day. But I usually know when I bought, where I bought. I didn't care, right? I looked at it, I saw it could break out. I mean, it looked like an okay trade, but I wasn't that convinced. That's why I couldn't put any size. That's why I didn't care to wake up, because I knew I didn't have anything in there significant. I wasn't feeling it, right? Long story short, for beginners, for more advanced traders, I didn't have the conviction, right? But it ended up working perfectly, actually. It's funny. The best you can dream of, pretty much. And then we see CIT today, or whatever it was, that ends up going even more massive. But yeah, I looked at it. I let some shares hang around. I ended up getting stopped out on them as well, on the extra shares that I held that I showed in the screenshot, just to show how high I was up. And I like doing that. I don't recommend doing that for people. Sell your stuff, lock it in. I locked it in, but I want to take screenshots when I'm up so good in a play. That way I have to kind of go back and look over it and see everything. And yeah, but I expect the market to keep pushing. I expect some heat. Let me look up SPY and see the overall market. Again, not a recommendation to buy or sell, but I haven't been buying and selling and trading really, period. Now I'm saying I feel like it's going to heat up, so you take that with a grain of salt. As I look at the overall market, I mean, yeah, can't break 700 for nothing. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if we seen a little bit more pull, or we might be pushing up, ready to break out clean. I don't know. I don't like that resistance up there on the overall market. I'm not showing my screen. I should have recorded it, but somebody who's watching it, a couple people on YouTube, somebody help me edit these videos so we could get them out. I'll give you access to the course when it comes out. But I'm looking at the overall market on my other screen, Apple. I'm in long term, as y'all know, whoever's following me. But yeah, I just see it now like maybe it's time to put on some risk. Maybe in going in towards the summer, we're going to see some stocks really move. I don't see a full clear sector, and that's some big game right there. Remember, even on TikTok, people were asking me, I should post a video with those, how they can put the message in the video. Everybody, almost I'd say 8 out of 10 people, when they messaged me on TikTok about stocks, they all was asking me about AI or crypto, right? So that was the popular sector. But you got quantum, you got AI, quantum computing, stuff like that. For me, like, yeah, I would trade an AI stock today, but you're also late to the party if you think that's the only thing that's gonna whatever, right? So you see, I posted that oil stock that went. All these oil stocks went, and energy stocks went last week, obviously because of everything going on, which might not be that obvious to some people, but the conflicts and everything like that is gonna bring volatility in the markets, right? And we don't like that. We don't want conflict, but at the end of the day, that's the reality of the world we live in, right? So as I look at Battalion Oil Group, I mean, this stock literally went from 6 to 30, right? 5x, right? Went up 500%. So you're in it. It actually went from the ones. So let's just say from 3 to 30, that's a 10x, right? And those stocks were volatile, but as they continue to push up, I wasn't looking to take a trade on them just because of the simple fact that they're already up so high, right? Once these stocks are up so high, yeah, people are taking their profit. There's dip buys. That's a whole nother strategy though. And for me, I'm gonna always tell people, I mean, I'm not gonna get too far into it, like I said, because I'm gonna make a full Patreon video on that tmde trade. But this is kind of different, right? This is more or less just on the volatility period. You don't want to be the last one holding the bag. That's all I'm gonna say. Lock in with me on Patreon, and we're going to really get to the bottom of this. I'm going to show y'all how to buy these stocks at a low price and make your money, right? But I'm not into holding stuff, right? Especially not stocks that have ran tremendously. I want to take the money from it. I don't want to be left holding the stock, right? It's not Apple. It's not Amazon. It's not generating millions and billions, right? So keep that in mind. Lock in with me. Patreon.com/Eric Washington 1, I believe. I'm going to paste the link right up there. Tap in. Let's go.